Millions of broken phones are thrown away every year. Most people don't realize that inside these old devices, there is something valuable. Gold! That's right, your smartphone has small amounts of gold hidden inside its circuits. But why is gold used in phones? Simple. Gold is great at conducting electricity and it does not rust or corrode. This makes it perfect for electronic devices. Even though each phone has only a tiny bit of gold, when you add up millions of old phones, that's a lot of gold being wasted. Many recycling companies are now trying to extract gold from old phones. Some use traditional methods, while others are coming up with crazy new recycling techniques to get every last bit of gold out. This process not only helps recover valuable metal, but also reduces electronic waste, which is a growing problem worldwide. And here's the best part. You could be sitting on a gold mine without even knowing it. Before I reveal how you can turn your old phone into cash, could you help me out by subscribing? Who knows? Your broken phone might just make you rich. Gold is one of the most valuable metals on Earth, but did you know that a huge chunk of it is trapped inside old, broken phones? Most people don't realize that their junk drawer might be hiding a small fortune in outdated devices. Every smartphone contains tiny amounts of gold in its circuit boards, connectors, and processors. While a single phone might not hold much, recycling companies collect millions of discarded devices, turning them into real gold mines without digging underground. In fact, it's been proven that recycling phones can produce more gold per ton than actual gold mining. The challenge is getting the gold out. Traditional methods involve melting, crushing, and using dangerous chemicals, but they aren't always efficient. Now, with new technology, companies are coming up with insane ways to extract every last bit of gold while keeping things safe and eco-friendly. Before we get into these futuristic methods, let's take a look at the old-school ways people have been extracting gold from phones and why they aren't always the best option. For years, people have been trying to recover gold from electronics using traditional methods. One of the simplest ways is mechanical separation, where phones are taken apart by hand or with machines. The goal is to remove circuit boards which contain gold-plated components. These pieces are then crushed into tiny bits, making it easier to process them further. Another common method is chemical extraction, which involves dissolving the gold using strong acids. One of the most popular chemicals for this is aqua regia, a dangerous mix of nitric acid and hydrochloric acid. When circuit boards are soaked in this solution, the gold dissolves into the liquid. After that, another chemical, such as sodium metabisulfite, is added to make the gold solid again, allowing it to be collected and melted into pure metal. While these methods work, they come with serious problems. The acid-based process is extremely toxic, releasing harmful fumes that can damage the environment and be dangerous for workers. Mechanical separation is safer, but it doesn't recover all the gold, meaning valuable metal is still wasted. Because of these issues, scientists and recycling companies have been searching for new, safer, and more effective ways to extract gold. Some of these ideas are so advanced, they sound like science fiction, but they might just be the future of e-waste recycling. Some of the newest ways to get gold from old phones sound like something from a sci-fi movie. One cool method is called bioleaching, and it uses tiny bacteria to do the hard work. Instead of dangerous chemicals, these bacteria break down the waste and leave the gold behind. It's like having invisible gold mining bugs that work for free, and the best part, it's completely safe for the environment. Another mind-blowing method uses graphene, a super thin material that can pull gold out of old electronics like a magnet. Scientists discovered that when graphene is added to a gold-filled solution, it grabs onto the gold and ignores everything else. This could make gold recovery faster, safer, and way more efficient than old methods. And then there's the Royal Mint's high-tech method. A huge recycling plant in the UK has found a way to extract 99% of the gold from circuit boards without making any toxic waste. If this process spreads, it could change the way we recycle electronics forever. So now the big question, if you had to pick one, which method would you try? Would you go with bacteria, graphene, or the fancy new chemical process? Drop your answer in the comments and let's see who has the best plan to strike gold. Not all old phones end up in proper recycling facilities. Instead, many are illegally shipped to countries like Ghana, India, and Nigeria, where unregulated e-waste dumps have become a serious environmental and health crisis. In places like Agbogbloshie, Ghana, one of the world's largest e-waste sites, Workers, including children, burned circuit boards over open flames to extract small amounts of gold, copper, and other metals. This process releases toxic fumes filled with lead, mercury, and other hazardous chemicals, which pollute the air and poison the workers handling them. The demand for gold and other valuable metals fuels a black market for e-waste, where companies illegally ship old electronics to developing countries instead of properly recycling them. This not only harms the environment, but also puts thousands of lives at risk. Many workers suffer from lung diseases, skin conditions, and long-term health problems, just to recover a few grams of precious metal. Governments around the world are working to crack down on illegal e-waste exports. But the problem is far from solved. By choosing to recycle our old phones properly, we can reduce the demand for illegal gold recovery, protect workers, and help ensure that gold extraction is done safely and responsibly. The next time you upgrade your phone, think twice before tossing the old one in the trash. It could either end up helping the planet or harming people on the other side of the world. Recycling gold from old phones isn't just about making money, it's also good for the planet. Every year, millions of tons of electronic waste end up in landfills, leaking toxic chemicals into the ground and polluting the air. At the same time, gold mining destroys forests, pollutes rivers, and uses huge amounts of energy. Instead of digging for more gold, why not just recycle what we already have? Recovering gold from e-waste is much cheaper, cleaner, and better for the environment than traditional mining. Experts say that if we recycle more electronics, we could reduce the need for harmful gold mining and cut down on waste at the same time. Plus, recycling companies can make a profit while helping the planet. It's a win-win. The problem is, not enough people are recycling their old devices. Many phones just sit in drawers, forgotten, or get thrown away when they could be turned into pure gold. Some companies are working on better collection programs to make it easier for people to recycle, but we still have a long way to go. So, what about you? Do you have an old phone lying around? Would you sell it, recycle it, or try to extract the gold yourself? If every old phone in the world was recycled, we could recover hundreds of tons of gold, along with other valuable metals like silver, copper, and palladium. This would reduce the need for destructive gold mining, which is responsible for deforestation, toxic waste, and water pollution. Instead of digging up more gold from the earth, we could reuse what we already have, making electronics more sustainable while helping the environment. Recycling electronics on a large scale wouldn't just help the planet, it could also create thousands of jobs in the recycling industry. Proper e-waste management requires skilled workers, advanced technology, and innovative methods for recovering metals safely. By investing in better recycling programs, countries could boost their economies while tackling the growing problem of electronic waste. Some nations are already proving that large-scale phone recycling works. Japan, for example, collected thousands of discarded phones to extract the gold used for the Tokyo 2020 Olympic medals. Instead of mining for new gold, they turned electronic waste into something meaningful. This is proof that recycling gold from electronics isn't just an idea, it's already happening. If more countries followed this example, we could create a world where no valuable materials go to waste. The question is, will we step up and make phone recycling the norm? Or will we keep letting valuable metals end up in landfills? The future of gold recycling is looking brighter than ever. With new technology making it easier, safer, and more profitable, more companies are starting to see the value in e-waste. Instead of throwing old phones away, we might soon see them collected, processed, and turned into pure gold on a much larger scale. Some scientists even believe that in the future, households could have mini recycling machines to extract gold and other valuable metals right at home. Imagine tossing your old phone into a machine and getting a small gold nugget in return. It sounds crazy now, but with the way technology is advancing, it could become a reality sooner than we think. If more people start recycling their old electronics, we could save money, protect the environment, and reduce the need for harmful mining. It's a simple way to make a big difference. So before you throw away that old phone, remember, it might be worth more than you think. Alright, that's all for today. Who would have thought broken phones could be worth so much? If you had fun learning about this, drop a like and subscribe for more interesting videos about dangerous recycling methods.